1997 Subaru Legacy Outback Wagon. I'm going to do a stereo install here today. First thing, safety, negative off the terminal. So what are we going to install? Here we have the package ordered from Crutchfield, and what we have here is replacement 6.5-inch door speakers. Crutchfield, by the way, has an excellent website, sizes everything up by your vehicle, recommends, list them by price, by sale, etc. These were the $80 pair. And in terms of a head unit, replacing the wonderful 1997 Deluxe cassette and CD pack, is this here JVC digital media receiver. This is the KDX 370 BTS. Most importantly, Bluetooth, Sirius, iPhone, Alexa. Not actually a CD player, or a cassette player, or an 8-track player. At any rate, little modern technology into the 97 Subi here. Crutchfield also on their website, excellent job of making sure you get all the extra install widgets. In the case of this Subaru, Metra Part 70-8901, and that is your connection bracket there. Down there you can see all the wires. Looks like they come pre-stripped and ready to go, so that's pleasant. Nothing like fumbling around with those. At any rate, that's probably going to be the most technically challenging for me. Bought a few extra connectors here, just so I didn't have to muck around too much and do this as properly as possible. Here I purchased an amp installation kit. That'll be kind of part 2 of this project. As I mentioned, this 97 Subaru Outback Legacy Wagon Limited Edition fancy 1997 has a double DIN deck setup with a AM/FM cassette and a CD player. So again, Metra has an installation kit 988999 that creates a pocket, being that the JVC going in is a single DIN, and this will create a little pocket for whatever you want to store in your dash. And Metra come along with some screws and a speaker harness. Those are actually says Mazda Nissan, but according to the thing, it's the same part. So we'll see when we get into the door speakers. All right. The speakers I'll be installing are 6.5-inch 300-watt JVCs. They're the CSDR 621s. 80 Canadian dollars at Crutchfield. And as advised, also the Metra Part 72-9300. And this here is a replacement for the wiring harness to the original factory speakers. So this should be straightforward plug and play. I don't even think I'll need their trim rings and such. Here is reasonably heavy, decent sized magnets on them, and that's pretty much it. Little instruction sheet. That's the deck I'm installing, and we'll do a quick and dirty unboxing here. See what this looks like. That must be the microphone wire. Excellent, hands-free. Welcome to technology. Oh my. instructions. Quick start. And here she is, JVC KD X370 BTS. Bluetooth, Sirius. Not even full DIN depth. At any rate, app outs, connections. I believe I won't be needing that. So here we go. All right, here's the dash of the 1997 Subaru. Yes, it's automatic and filthy. Double DIN deck. Okay. And all the plastic trim and so forth. So this whole unit needs to come out. Got a single DIN deck that is going in the top. The pocket goes in the bottom. And hopefully we don't break any of the 1997 Subaru plastic trim. First thing that needs to happen is the drink tray. Clever 1997 drink tray. Apparently, the fact that this is intact is wonderful. Nonetheless, there's a couple of Phillips here. So we're just going to get this out now. So this was fairly easy to unscrew. One Phillips on one side, one Phillips on the other. And I discovered, of course, that the plastic framing is actually broken. Didn't break it, it just came apart. Perhaps I can glue. Looks like something broken on that side too. At any rate, here comes the faceplate. In order to get the front here of this panel to lift off and up, this entire piece needs to come out, secured by these two hidden screws here. So we will Phillips these out. So with these two Phillips removed, this piece pulls right out. Only found 1 penny under there. Disappointing. Just gonna leave that attached. That's the heated seat controls. Then the next piece of molding should come out somehow. Little wiggle, so trim will want to come off nicely. There we go. Filthy, filthy. Hey! Trim comes off, and out we come. I imagine the lighter needs to be disconnected, and this trim is held in place. I don't want to break it, so I'm going to go gentle. So, just a little wiggle back and forth. Now, according to the instructions, there's actually a couple of stubby find them Phillips under there. Perhaps that's even what those two holes are for, but nonetheless they didn't exist in mine, and here we go. I disconnected the lighter bit, disconnect the other bit, do those. Oh hey, I guess I ought to move the stick. Alright, turns out I didn't actually have to move the stick, which is good. Rotate the piece around a little bit and it'll come off. So here we go again. The 4 came out. Almost lost one down there, but we got them. And those hidden screws I was talking about earlier, I guess mine does have it because the deck wouldn't come out. So let's see if I can't get this undone without losing the little fella. Alrighty, look at that. And let's see here, what do we got here? Oh. Don't disappear. Okay. Any more? Sticky back there. Spilled coffee galore. Yummy. Come on. Okay, you don't want to come just for fun, right? Just for fun. You still want to stay. Right, so got that screw out back there, that one back there, yeah, that one there. And remember when I said, oh good, didn't have to move the stick. Yeah. Put the battery back together, move the stick, and she slide right out. Antenna here popped free. And then we've got this business to unplug. So, unplug there. Let's see here. I need both hands to fit. And ta-da! Those come out pretty easily. Just a little flex bender there, and they pop out. No need to horse anything. Filthy cabinet. Turns out no stash inside. Let's put the new one in. So, again, Crutchfield very good about this. When you click on your vehicle and you click on your equipment, it will prompt you for the right connectors. However, the instructions, of course, and due diligence says, try it first. So again, this particular 97 Subaru 708901, it appears to match. And good news, it appears to go together. Once the double DIN setup is removed, you'll notice that Subaru has a bracket that holds the two of those together. 4 screws either side. If you get confused looking to reinstall it, you can see here, right hand, and on the other side, guess what? Left hand. And that'll make sure that you put them right way up and right way down. My intention is to put the JVC on the top and the cubby on the bottom. So, the double DIN pocket. This is the instructions that came with the little package. Subaru here, and basically on the side are some small tabs, brackets in between here that need to get installed. Again, everything on the underside is marked left and right, so it can match up, and I pop it back in here just to make sure that it is flush and it's how I want it. Trim piece, of course, come from there, ultimately going to go across here. I left that off at the moment. Now I'm going to take the deck and mount through here. Okay, so here comes the fun part. This is the Metra wiring harness. Nicely pre-stripped bits. This is the harness from the back of the new stereo. Purchase these twist connectors. Now you could solder, and there's a couple other methods. These ones are pretty easy. Strip, twist, stick them inside, twist the plastic shut, and you're good to go. These little guys here, they just twist apart. So I'm going to go ahead and connect all this as best I can. Hopefully there's no surprises. So this was an interesting learn I thought I'd share. We twist the two together nicely. These little ones separate. This fully insert here. Whoops. Fully insert. Come on, there. Then screwed together here. Hope that helps some folks. Alrighty. So that took me roughly 15 minutes to fiddle about. I would say these are pretty good to work with. Only thing I don't have is steering wheel remote. Some of the colors, of course. Orange is peach. Make sure you look at which ones are just gray or gray with a black line. Anyway, solid connection. Let's give it a shot. Nothing like sound checking with some period music. Okay, part 2 of Subaru stereo upgrade on this 97 Legacy Outback. Got the deck in here, got the cubby in. Actually sounds fairly decent with the Subaru stock speakers, 1997 power. Haven't quite decided where to put the microphone for the hands-free and the Bluetooth and all that, but it all works quite nicely. Rather impressed. Thanks again, Crutchfield, for the instructions and the widgets. Anyhow, so door panel's got to come off. Little sail panel up here with the factory tweeter, that just popped right up. And behind here, there was a little plastic cover on that. Of course, that popped and flew. Looks like there's another one here at the front of the door. And here, the handle. And that looks like it's about it. So we'll gently pry those off and see where we go from there. So that one popped off fairly nice. Easy. And there's another Phillips under there. So this one here was easy to pop. Fingers under here, easy to pop. And this one down here was not so easy. But again, go gentle. Don't use anything sharp. And if you're unsure, double check that you've left something screwed in. But they should come out with hand pressure alone. Now a little bit up and away. There we go. There's the high quality component speakers from 1997 limited edition. Anyways, the instructions on the new setup is to remove this, which I cannot with one hand. A little bit of a lift up and off the windowsill, And this is what you get. Now, limited edition power options, so I'm going to carefully remove those, and then we can get at removing that speaker. According to the instructions, it is 3 torque screws. So, you know, thanks for not just sticking with your basic Phillips. So, there's the panel controller, one of those push-in jobs, and almost 25 years of stock. This one here for the Windows switch was even worse, and almost debated leaving it on. Kinda got the panel twisted around that I could have done it. But one more go, and it gently popped. Fingers crossed that all the power options continue to work. Anyways, there's the high-quality Subaru 1997 Legacy Limited Edition sound system. And out she comes. Alright. That one was a little tight to get together. They don't quite mesh. But bend that plastic tab out and push them together, they work. Quick sound check. The door panel is just a little bit of mucking around. Trick is, pull this and slide that back through the gap created here, and once you've got that tucked together, everything else more or less falls into line. Line up those plastic plugs, and once they're lined up, a little bit of a firm pop, and here we go. And so now it's just a question of replacing some screws. Straightforward.